I was born into the right body, that was just the, most, useless air quotes ever. If I was born into the right body, I would probably either be a trans man or, a lesbian separatist. I would probably live, in the woods, worship the mother goddess, and invent, little guillotines to cut off penises. That's probably what I would do.
I sort of like being trans. Do you mean into a body that might get me laid more? I kind of like my body. I don't think I understand this question. What if you were born into the right body? My real name is John Denver.
Well, it's actually funny, it's funny that you asked that. I was actually raised by wolves, and so my real name, my, given name, is really hard to pronounce, in English. It roughly translates to Shadow of the Wind, and I don't really know why that was an appropriate name for me.
My real name is John Tesh.
They're wolves. Everything's the wind something. I don't know, have you had surgery yet? I'm not trying to be mean here, but it wouldn't hurt you in this area. That's all I'm saying.
I don't actually talk about this with a lot of people because it's kind of uncomfortable. When I was 13, sorry, this is really hard.
Yes, actually, I have had surgery. I had surgery right after I bought a yacht and some Fabergé eggs, which are not very tasty.
I got this surgery because I had this really bad ingrown toenail. It was really nasty. It was pussy and green, and it was really embarrassing. It was disgusting. I had to go to a podiatrist, and they had to drain all this shit out of it, green, yellow, nasty stuff.
But yeah, I had surgery, and then I bought a house and a mansion, and I bought a baseball team, and they're not doing very well.
I guess I need to start talking about it, right? Because I just feel like it's really dishonest of me to hide things from you, because everyone deserves to know about these things.
But yeah, I've had surgery. All kinds of surgery. I had a new index finger installed. It's made out of granite. It's hard to bend.
I actually signed a legal document saying that I would never reveal my real voice again.
One of the benefits and one of the problems with being a trans woman is that going on hormones doesn't actually change your voice. So for here, it actually helps though, because I can actually get my voice back down to kind of the register it was at before I transitioned. So let me just prepare for a second.
It sounded a lot like this. It sounded just like the devil. And actually I was the devil for a little bit. And then I realized that I was really uncomfortable with myself, and I needed to be true to myself, and I realized that I was just a woman trapped in a demon's body.
My real voice was so sexy and so hot that one day I was at home, and this big black van with no windows pulled up out front. 6 people got out with suits and the dark sunglasses and all, and they came into the house, and they put a bag over my head and put me out in the van and drove away, and I actually had to go to this government vocal retraining program. Apparently there was about to be an economic collapse in the US because my voice was so sexy that nobody could get anything done. No.
Yes.
Well, I have a cunt, so that makes me a man.
Yes, I am.
No. Definitely no. 100%.
Yes, I'm definitely one of those, depending on who's talking.
I'm gonna go with option C.
Yes, I am. I think. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Come here. Let's talk about it.
Oh, you're having a hard time? This might make you feel better. Here, let me hold you. Yeah, just a little bit closer.
Now I feel bad.
Pronouns. Yeah! Who's your pronoun?
I had a really traumatic childhood. It's actually really hard for me to talk about. My stepmother used to make me mow the lawn.
So when I was a kid, I had really bad acne, really bad skin. It was really, really hard, and I think I just didn't want to deal with my acne. Finally, it was like, all right, I'm trans, I have acne, and I'm trans.
And I would have to use like a leaf blower and blow off the driveway.
Once I sort of like dealt with the whole acne trans thing, things got like easier and my skin cleared up, but I've actually recently had, no thanks to Julie Blair, but sort of I've broken out again. But here's the thing, I'm not trans anymore.
The event that really sealed it for me, really made me realize that I was trans, was we had to lay down mulch once, and it was like 300 pounds of mulch, and it took all day, and it was really sweaty and dirty and gross, and we didn't get paid, and it was just horrible. And my sisters spent all day eating bonbons and watching Lifetime, and that's when I realized that was the life I wanted, and that's when I realized I wanted to be a girl.
I was raised in the church, Catholic, and we were always taught to, we should be giving to each other, we should be giving back to the world, and I decided that I wanted to donate parts of my body to the world, especially information about my body to the world. Yeah.
For my whole life, I've just felt really uncomfortable with how few tentacles I've had. I've always felt like I should have been born with more tentacles.
My titties are an offering to mankind, which actually translates into a direct ticket to heaven. The Catholic Church is actually thinking about making me a saint for martyring myself.
Unfortunately, modern science has only come so far. So I figured that, physically transitioning was the next best thing to being a beautiful, majestic octopus swimming the 7 seas, inking things that attacked me.
Actually, every time I'm in bed with somebody, I can only think of 2 words. They just run through my head over and over and over again, and those words are kitty fuck.
More testicles.
Fuck you. That's just it. You were just saying that to me for real. I was like,
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can watch you weave and breathe your storylines.
cunt, man. Man cunt? Man cunt, man.